Good evening. The August 28th, 2024 council meeting on the Long Branch City Council will now come to order. Roll call.
Mr. Dangler?
Here.
Dr. Vogt?
Here.
Mrs. Wittes?
Here.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Vieira?
I'm here. Please all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, in liberty and justice for all. I will now read the mission statement of the City Council. The Long Branch Mayor, City Council, and Administration are committed to cultivating an environmental of mutual trust and respect that values and enhance the quality of life for all who live here by making Long Branch a desirable place in which to live and prosper. We will treat all members of the public with respect and expect the same in return.
I hereby certify that this meeting has been published in the newspaper in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act and posted as required by law.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the August 14th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler?
Here.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Vieira?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Consideration of ordinance, public hearing, and final consideration, there's none. Ordinance for introduction, there's none. Public participation for resolutions and all general comments. I need a motion to open the public portion of the meeting for all comments.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? If there's anyone in the audience that has a comment to make, please step to the podium and state your name and address clearly for the record. You'll have 5 minutes and may only speak once.
Requesting 1 minute notification, Vincent Lepore, 33 Ocean Terrace, Long Branch. Taxes, taxes, taxes. Over the past few weeks, we're hearing how the residents of this city are now being clobbered with increases in taxes, 10 to 15%, some even more. Apparently, as they call into or come into City Hall asking why, one of the responses given is that the people with the increases will get it back when they sell their houses. What an insulting remark to generational homeowners and working people. That's not what they want to hear. They've made Long Branch their home, and they're being taxed out. And this administration has completely failed. The continued arrogance and ignorance of this administration concerning taxes is reprehensible, with no solution. But the city allows Kushner, with the Pier Village Street 30-year tax abatements, to remain unaudited. It's disgusting junk government. Mr. Martin, at the last council meeting, I stated how the June 30th, 2024 Oprah response, more complete, was unacceptable as far as Kushner projections. We didn't get the audits. That Oprah is still being outstanding. Another Oprah you just recently answered stated the garage audits have been supplied. But Kushner audits, you're still awaiting. You had marked them on the first audit completed, on the first Oprah completed. So the Kushner audits remain outstanding. This all goes to the authorities, Mr. Martin. It's not nice that you and Mr. Pallone are dancing with the piper. You both are going to pay the price. The city has posted a full-time animal control officer's position. This is very troubling. The wording of the posting states, quote, cleans and maintains the impounding facility, end quote. The current impound facility is the Monmouth County SPCA. The just mentioned is a violation of the current contract with the SPCA and the city. A further violation of this contract with the AOC, job posting, is the wording, quote, impounds stray animals, wild game, birds, and unlicensed dogs, end quote. No, that is the SPCA's duty under the contract. Prior to the contract, animals were taken by the ACO to the SPCA's ACO room, where the ACO would set the animal in a crate with food and water. That's it, nothing else. Now with this way, the job posting is written, you're requiring that the ACO care for the animal or animals during their stay at the SPCA. What's worse is that the city will now have 2 ACOs on the books in addition to an SPCA contract, costing the taxpayers threefold for animal control. The current ACO, Deborah Nagel, on indefinite layoff, upon success in fighting the unfounded charges against her, will get full reimbursement of all wages, pension, and benefits, in addition to reimbursement of legal fees. Finally, the city's ACO posting mentions 1-year experience in animal control. ACO Deborah Nagel with 13 years experience, 9 of which were with the city. Deborah Nagel being fully accredited with multiple certifications from the state.
1 minute
The
notification.
city not only surrendered her, but allowed her to be victimized by the SPCA's Humane Law Enforcement Division of the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office, with the weaponization of the law against her on false charges. What a mess this city has put the taxpayers in with the contracting of the SPCA. Furthermore, now that the Ronco decision has come out, the SPCA is a quasi-governmental agency. As of right now, this contract should be null and void. Being that the Humane Law Enforcement Division is part of the SPCA and has worked with the prosecutor's office to file charges against a police officer and a health department official of this city, they can no longer be afforded recognition of the current contract or any future contracts.
5 minutes.
And this council should have been on top of that and been aware of it. It just continues to be junk government.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Good evening, council, mayor. I'm a local person myself. My name is Nick DiGuglielmo. I'm at 580 Patton Avenue, Long Branch. I just recently moved back to Long Branch. I grew up on Lippincott Avenue, right around the corner here. A graduate of Long Branch High School, and I lived here when this was the friendly city. I now can state this is the unfriendly city. We're separated. We have a separate city of Pier Village. It's totally independent. As was stated by this gentleman, people that are not paying taxes at all. What has irked me to the nth degree, I recently purchased a townhouse not far from Ms. Rose Wittes, which I thought I'd be able to retire in this community. My home, where I grew up, a Long Branch High School graduate, and I am embarrassed to say this city is no longer friendly. Why? My taxes were stated by the realtor at the time that I purchased, May 5th of 2023. They have since exploded. I went from a quarterly payment of $2,100 to over $3,000. That's a 42% increase. Where in God's name do you ever get a 42% increase? Nowhere. I'm certain that those obtrusive buildings on Pier Village, the city of Pier Village, not the friendly city of Long Branch, pay. They don't pay a damn thing, as was eloquently stated by this first gentleman. I am in total cahoots, and I don't wish to live in this town anymore, not where I get a 42% increase. Inflation is 10%. Where in God's name does that happen? When I came to the tax office, I was eloquently told by the people there, well, yes, taxes are high in the city of Long Branch. We only work here. We can't afford there. Well, yeah, unless you're an out-of-stater and you live in the city of Pier Village. I state, it is time this governing body went on the premise of being transparent. Let's be transparent. Show me how much in taxes the Pier Village individuals are paying. Not a damn dime. But yet, the working class is being clobbered horribly. And why? Why? What payola has been occurring? What happens with the county taxpayers? I request and submit, let's get a task force to come for, study, bring this forward without going through the legal rigmarole. Let's be transparent. No one knows this. So in my development in Marina Bay, there are 96 units. Each individual unit is taxed about $10,000. That's about $1 million. That's about $1 million of taxes in one area. The people in the tax assessors showed me $120 million. Well, yeah. Who's paying all those? The working class of this town, what used to be the friendly city. I know most of you on the council and mayor, we went to school together. We went to school together. Can you actually look somebody in the eye and say, hey, you're paying 42% more in taxes while someone who's blocking a wall, we're talking about in this country about not building a wall, and we build a damn wall along the beachfront, and we're proud of it and let them go scot-free? There are inequities in the way that we're paying taxes in this town. And it's a disgrace that we don't have more people out here totally in your faces to be able to say that. From all of you, council, legal, everybody, you ought to all be ashamed of yourselves. That's all I got to say. And I didn't even use up my 5 minutes. So, yes, I'm outraged, and I want to get the hell out. If this is the message that all of you want to wind up presenting and saying, come back to the friendly city of Long Branch, then I think all those placards need to be put up out of state, so that way more people can get those 30-year abatements. It's disgraceful, and I think there's only one thing all of you should say: shame, because it's shameful. I submit, give us some transparency. Thank you.
Thank you.
You shouldn't respond to this, right?
You want to?
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll wait. Anyone else? All right, thank you. I need a,
Mr. Mayor, I just, Council President, if I
Sure.
can, I just want to the gentleman, Pier Village, there's tax abatements, but they don't pay zero. I just want you to know that, I mean, you can get the information from the tax collector's office. They're paying payments in lieu of taxes. So I'm sorry if you thought that they weren't paying anything, but that certainly is not the case. And as far as the percent, as far as and I don't think that that's necessarily true. So you might want to do the research and see exactly what it is. The other part about it is this: is that I don't know what your realtor told you about what your assessed valuation is. There's a county program that reassesses everybody's house every year. That really has sometimes more to do with whether your taxes go up or down. It's based upon whether the value of your house goes up or down. So, and it's not something that's not an uncommon thing that we've heard, but it is, there's not necessarily a relationship between how much the town's budget goes up and how much your taxes go up. And of course, we're only a portion of your tax rate. It's the school board and the county are the other portions of it. So I just wanted to
Yeah, and Nick, if you don't mind, I just want to make a few comments too. First off, Lou's absolutely right about the demonstration program that's unique to Monmouth County. I'd be happy to talk to you about that. There's assessments and it's based on a formula. But beyond that, there are some people who come here, and again, if you're just talking about taxes, that's one conversation.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about two cities, meaning Pier Village and the rest of the city, I have to 100% argue with you on that, because there are some people who come here and say that. And the reality is, for the last 6 years, every single thing that we have done has been for the benefit of the city at large. So we can talk about the Art Center, which is not in Pier Village. We can talk about the renovation of the library, which is not in Pier Village. We can talk about the community pool, which is not in Pier Village. We can talk about 50 paved roads that are throughout the city and are not in Pier Village. We can talk about a new health and technology center, which is not in Pier Village. Nothing we have done that benefits the community at large in what I believe is a friendly city has been done in Pier Village. We have neighborhood fun days for the kids, barbecues, extensive recreation programs throughout the city. If you were just talking about taxes, I mean, again, I think that's a conversation we can have. But if somehow you were referring to, like, there's two cities, there's Pier Village and there's Long Branch, there's absolutely not. And I would, like, argue with that, you know, at any point on any level. So.
Thank you. And I'd like to add that this administration has not given one tax abatement since we've been here. Not one.
No, well, you're right,
No,
actually.
we haven't.
Actually, you're right.
Not-
You're right.
Actually, right. And if anything, Nick, Mr. Lepore likes to talk about Kushner Organization. We took away the 30-year tax abatement from Lower Broadway. So that doesn't exist. That was a 30-year tax abatement for Lower Broadway. That was taken away.
But the 30-year abatement for the rest of Pier Village, and that's where the issue
Well,
comes.
sir, it's not a back and forth.
Yeah, it's not back, but we'll talk about it, okay. If there's no one else, I'd like a motion to close the public portion, please.
So moved.
Second.
And Mary, if I may,
Fine.
you're right. We did do the tax abatement for Ocean Gate. The tax abatement was done for Ocean Gate.
It's a 10.
And in lieu for the 10-year tax abatement, we got a $3.1 million community pool that was free. So I think we would argue that point as well. You could say, okay, well, you gave them a 10-year tax abatement. That we did, and we got a $3 million community pool, for that. Some people have argued, well, you shouldn't have done that, but I'm sorry. I'll stick by that.
Thank you, Mayor. I need a motion to close the public participation portion of this meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will now ask Madam Clerk if there is any changes to the list of resolutions.
No changes have been made.
Thank you. We can take a list of resolutions and consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Dangler?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes? Yes. Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Vieira?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Applications, there are none. Miscellaneous for business of the good of the order. Councilman Dangler?
Yes. Tonight, I would like to commend the Long Branch Hears organization for all the hard work and dedication to actually save lives. The program this evening was very nice, nicely done, and just keep up the good work and perseverance on saving the lives of those who are trying to recover. And lastly, the summer is coming to an end. School's going to begin, so enjoy the rest of the summer to all of the young people and those who have to go back to work for the Board of Education. But again, enjoy the summer. Be safe. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Councilman Dangler. Councilwoman Vogt?
Thank you, Council President, and I'm going to speak about the same thing as Councilman Dangler did, to recognize the work of the HEARS organization. HEARS is the Mayor's Task Force on Substance Use Disorders. We have been in existence for 6 years, ever since we came into office. This Saturday is officially nationally, as a matter of fact internationally, Overdose Awareness Day. And it's a day to honor the people that we have lost due to an overdose. We wanted to do an event tonight to honor overdose awareness, because the council could be here, the mayor could be here, and members of the administration. And I want to thank all of you for your support of the event and all the work that went into it. We're saving lives, and that's what counts. And so your support of an event like this, and your support of HERES, and awareness of what we're dealing with nationally. You all know this is not just a Long Branch issue. It's nationally what we're dealing with the opioid epidemic. But we're making progress because of support like that and because of organizations like HERES. So my thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Vogt. Councilwoman Withers?
I too would like to thank Susan Marco and the HERES Committee and Councilwoman Vogt for all your hard work and keeping things going along and being so successful. Thank you. And also the involvement with the police department. You've been very instrumental with HERES, and I'd like to thank you too. And with that, I wish everyone a happy Labor Day, and please stay safe. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pallone?
Thank you. I just want to thank everyone for coming this evening, and have a great week. Nick, I'm glad you're here. Glad to hear your comments. You know, I think we are the friendliest city. I think we're friendlier than ever, frankly, more than not. I understand. I'd like to talk to you about your particular issues with taxes, but you know, we made a point. We're one city. We're a diverse city. We're an inclusive city, and I'm sorry, I don't think we're the unfriendly city. I think, if anything, we're the friendly city who cares about everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pallone. And I also want to echo what my fellow councilmen said about HERES. Thanks to Councilwoman Vogt for being a big part of that. Great job. And as we come to the end of the summer, I want to thank the Public Works, the lifeguards out there, for doing an amazing job. The police out there, some crowded days on the beach. And Nick, I know you said that the two different cities, I have to echo what Mayor Pallone just said. I do enjoy both parts of the city. I live on this side of the city, and I go to Pier Village on Thursday night concerts, and I see a lot of people from all parts of the city there. So it's not, there's no separation there. We all use different parts of the city. You know, we have it uptown, the Arts Center. We see the same amount of people, I mean, same faces as we see at the Pier Village on a Thursday night concert. So, you know, I have to disagree with you when you say there's two different cities on that one, okay? And I also want to thank Bernanke and Bud over there back there for always been supporting us over here. And thank you, and have a good night. I need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All opposed? All in favor? Opposed? Thank you.